Oh, ladies, you've both been solo artists, correct, in the past? And you got together. How'd you get together? What brought you together?
It was a combination of factors. I had taken off about 2 years from my career because I was diagnosed with fibroid tumors, and I was so sick with them that I couldn't tour, and so I needed real major surgery. I was 8 hours under the knife, and it took a long time to come back from that, and I couldn't really sing the first year after my surgery. Because they had to reattach all my stomach muscles after they took all the tumors and the organs and associated flotsam and jetsam out of there. And so I had to learn how to stand upright, take a deep breath again. And so because I can't get away from music, I love it so much, I was doing reviews for the ChicagoBluesGuide.com. It's a free online e-zine all dedicated to Chicago blues artists. And Linda Kane sent me a CD on someone that I had never heard of. And she goes, oh, this lady's really cool. She does this Delta blues stuff. And it was Donna Herula's The Moon is Rising. So I heard this music, and then I went down to report for the Chicago Blues Guide on what's going on at the IBC. And I saw, oh, Donna Herula is a contestant with a guy. And okay, well, he's good, nice, but she's got this record, so I want to talk to her. So we made a point to interview her. We interviewed all these people who were there, and me and Lon Michelson from the Twin Cities Blues group. And Donna was nice enough to come and be interviewed with her then partner, John Joachim. And I just thought, wow, this lady's really got her act together, and it'd be really nice to know her. And that was my first introduction to Donna.
So it was interesting because we're both from the Chicago area, and it's wild because we met in Memphis.
Is that right?
So, I was born and raised in Chicago. Liz has been there forever, and we end up meeting at the IBCs.
So, in Memphis, Tennessee.
Right. So after that, Liz was kind enough to do a really nice review of my CD because she does a lot of, she's a reviewer, radio show host, lots of things, and so I was like really happy that she liked the CD, and we ended up talking again in the summer. She had actually had recommended me for a blues festival, and I got this email out of nowhere asking me about if I'd attend this blues festival, and they said Liz Mandeville recommended me, and so I called her up and said, wow, I can't believe, thank you so much for doing that, and that was very kind for you to have said that. And so then we started talking, and then she found out that I wasn't playing with John, the harmonica player, anymore. And then we saw each other again that June. There was a Women in the Blues show that Joan Gand from Blue Road put together. There's probably about at least 10 Chicago blues women singers that were part of the show. I played guitar and sang, and then Liz did a great show. And so it was the first time I really got a chance to see her, and she got to see me in the same show, and I was like, wow, I mean, Liz Mandeville is outstanding, and with her washboard, it was really fun to watch her. So I was really happy when she had mentioned that she was interested in working together and doing a festival that I guess she had booked. She had, I think it was the Old Town Blues Festival in Lansing, Michigan. So I guess I had the choice of either playing with Liz, and there was another Women of the Blues show that day, and I said, I think I'll play with Liz. So I think it ended up being a really good thing, because then we ended up, after we started playing together, we ended up going into the the Chicago Blues Challenge as a duet, and ended up winning that.
And because we had to give them some recorded material for the Chicago Blues Challenge,
3 songs to give them.
I was already in the process of making this record, Clarksdale, for my first release on my new Blue Kitty Music label. And I said, oh, well, I already have these songs. You want to come in and throw some guitar on them, and we'll submit those. And Donna's like, okay. And she made time in her schedule and came in and
learned the songs. And
I think played the most beautiful and inspired part. I had written a song called A Soldier's Wife, and it was just me and the guitar, and I was thinking about doing it with just a piano, real sparse arrangement, because I wanted it to convey the loneliness and the emptiness that you feel when you have someone you love who's in harm's way and you can't do anything about it except miss them and hope for them. So the piano was a beautiful arrangement, but it sounded really schmaltzy. I mean, no disrespect to the guy who played. He was awesome, and he's on the rest of the album. Leandro Lopez Varde played the most beautiful, beautiful part. But when we put the slide guitar, Donna's slide guitar, and the thing about Donna, she's not only influenced by Johnny Winter, where she gets lots of balls and guts in her playing, but she's also a big Paco de Lucia fan, and she loves all those beautiful flamenco guitar players. And so that gypsy feel shines through in this particular track, and you listen to the song and it just makes you weep. I mean, I wrote the song and I played on it, and I put the thing on to listen to it we were going to rip some little demo CDs to sell at our fundraiser to go to the IBC, and I put it on and I listened to the track and I started to cry. I was like, I'm jaded. I've heard this track. I mixed this track. I wrote this song. But this combination, and I think that's what's so effective. Like Donna mentioned, yes, we have both been solo artists. I've been a band leader for 30 years. I've been all over the place. I've played with many wonderful people. But when you have magic, it's something that you either have it or you don't. And I think that it was just the time. It was just the right time in the universe for the two of us to meet and start playing together. That we both bring such different strengths, and it's so yin and yang that even to look at us, I mean, my husband's always calling us the checkerboard because I'm red and she's black, and you can't play checkers if you don't have both. Donna says, oh, we're like Marianne and Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
And everybody says, who's Ginger? Who's Marianne?
Yeah,
I think you can figure that out.